Okay, Megavanan, everyone, welcome back to another trailer reaction. This is my reaction for Thunderbolts. This is a teaser trailer. It says here only in theaters May 2020, 2025. So May next year. I'm, you know, that's actually not too bad. Yeah, not too much longer to wait for that. So before I begin, I just want to say that, you know, I, just with Marvel in general, and I guess the latest thing, like with Agatha All Along, I saw somewhere a YouTube video, or was it, or like the title of it, or I think maybe an article where it said Agatha All Along is now just suddenly canceled. So after the first season, that is it. And that's because all of the fans, it got a lot of backlash from the fans from just the 2 episodes. I understand that, um, a big part of the complaint is because of all the woke stuff, but really there's only 2 episodes in, so far. Maybe these people, I know there's some people that have seen 4, maybe there's other people who actually seen it all already. I don't know how, but if they are just going by the first 2 episodes or the first 4 without really seeing the whole thing, I think all the backlash was and the hate is absolutely unnecessary. Yeah, as I said in my review of the first 2 episodes, preliminary review, that the gay guy in there was an unnecessary character, but it's not necessarily because he's a gay guy, but just having any kind of sidekick there is really not necessary. I felt like that character was just not needed. It was more so that, but of course they put that in there just to have a gay guy in there, and okay, I can kind of try to look past that, but I'm not going to let that, ruin everything else. So far, I think it's actually okay still. So far, just by going by those 2 episodes, I won't get too much into that, but that's just too bad that, the way things are now, the fans have that much control over the direction of things. Back in the 80s and 90s, let me put it to this way, if we had the internet and people were able to voice their opinions back then as they do now and have control over the direction of a show or film or what gets canceled or what gets made and all of that, just by rallying together and making all these negative comments and videos and stuff like that, and doing other things, we wouldn't have gotten things like Barbarian Queen 1, Barbarian Queen 2 with Lana Clarkson, maybe even the Deathstalker films, or Beastmaster 2, Beastmaster 3. Do you see where I'm getting at? Sometimes these things have to go through and be made. That's how we get direct-to-video films or sequels, like the Species films with Natasha Henstridge. We got 2 of them that were theatrical release. First one starring, of course, Natasha, but Michael Madsen, Alfred Molino, or Molina or something. Alfred Molina. Who else did we get? In there wasn't Forrest Whitaker in that one? I can't remember, but Species, the first film, and then everything else was direct to video, right? But now I'm sure those films have a cult following. The bad films that get made have a cult following, but nowadays, everything has to be publicly shown. The whole trial with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and now that just ruined her. It made her life very difficult to live because people now threatening her, threatening to kill her, threatening to microwave and kill her and her baby in a microwave, some giant-sized microwave, things like that. Whereas really Amber Heard just wanted it to be, just a trial that is not in the public's eye. Now everything is in the public's eye, and when people see that, they can ruin people. Now, there's Falcon and the Winter Soldier with the John Walker, Captain America, right? Who's now a U.S. agent, played by Wyatt Russell, right? Kurt Russell's son and Goldie Hawn's son. Now, I admit, initially at the beginning, I wasn't happy about it either, but I was never to the point where, whoever this actor is, I want to kill him. I hope he dies. I was never at that point. Never. It's one thing to just chuckle, make fun of someone in a series that, you just don't like it. Like in the old days, in the 80s, 90s, you see something, but it's just you keep it to yourself. Nowadays, everyone they'll send you death threat letters or threaten you somehow. Somehow they're able to get a hold of the actor. I'm going to kill you. You're not Captain America. How dare you? You ruined him. There is a comment on there. Now, when I initially first saw him as Captain America, the new Captain America, when he went on television in the show, and I think the speaker said, "I present to you your new Captain America," and he comes out with the shield, and his face is something like that. And this is something that I thought, but I keep it to myself until I saw a comment on YouTube, because people put clips like that, on YouTube. You can see clips from shows and movies, and the comment said, "He looks special as fuck," and all this reply, 50, 60 replies at the bottom, LOL, FL. I was about to say that, and I thought the same thing, because I'm not being mean. You watch it and it looks like it, but you don't have to say anything. I have to admit, I did chuckle a little bit, but I was just, I thought maybe, is it only me or what that I thought that, but you don't have to say any of that. But this is the kind of world we live in, where now people don't keep these things to themselves, and they will, ridicule someone, and just send them death threats. I'll give you an example. I say to my friend, and we joke around, not so much now, but with Jason Momoa as Captain, who's Aquaman. But I tell my friend that I can't forgive him. I don't care who thinks he's cool as Khal Drogo or whatever his character was in Game of Thrones. I can't forgive him for fucking up Conan, the Conan remake. He fucked it up, and but it's just between us. I'm not going to send him death threats. I'm not going to make videos about it and tell everyone to hate him and then cause some kind of thing and try to incite something. It's just something between him and me. Just like in the old days when you talk to a friend and it's just someone within your neighborhood or someone you personally know. You don't spread it across the world and say stuff like that. But this is the kind of world we live in, where we're going to shut things down. It looks like now the Rachel Zegler Snow White isn't going to come out. I kind of wanted to see that. It looked pretty cool to me. I know everyone's saying it looks woke and all of that, and maybe before they made those changes, but they made the dwarves now CG dwarves. Okay, maybe they won't look the greatest, but maybe they're still going to refine it. Who knows? But before it even comes out, the fans are shutting that down. So I don't like the way the world is going. This direction. There's hate for this one now, Thunderbolts. Okay, which. Sorry, I'm talking for about 10 minutes about this. People are already hating on it because of this trailer, why we should be worried, why it's going to suck. And let's check this out. When I saw the leaked footage from the Comic-Con, I thought it looked rather cool. I don't know if this is going to be the same or if it's going to differ in some way, but let's go finally check it out. Might be the same.
Your subordinates will be reported
Yelena
to
Belova.
HQ.
Alexei, it's me. Open up.
Milena? Hold on! Yelena!
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about the wait. It was an important call. Highly classified. Lot of work. Many irons in fire.
You feel fulfilled?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so full.
So field. But why do you ask this? What brings you here?
There is something wrong with me. In emptiness, I'm just drifting, and I don't have purpose.
John
I
Walker.
thought
This
throwing
might
myself
be
into work was the end. Myself into I thought
this picture, but there's another one. Yeah, he doesn't look like, he looks okay there. It's that only that initial episode at the end. I introduced to you your Captain America, and everyone was, well, that one comment that said that, but then everyone chimed in on that comment, you know, giving power to it, right?
I thought throwing myself into work was the answer.
I like the Kung Fu action. Just like Iron Fist, please let him be Iron Fist. I thought he was good. You know, he was fine. What's the problem? Oh yeah. Hold on. Things are going too fast. Wait. Okay, that's Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp. Who is that? Is that supposed to be Taskmaster? Oh!
Oh no.
Who are you?
I'm Bob.
Wow.
Who sent you, Bob?
Nobody. You were all sent?
Wait.
I'm
This supposed to be
Oh no.
Bob. Is this supposed to be Kate Bishop?
Who are you?
I'm Bob.
Who sent you, Bob?
Okay, maybe
Nobody.
she's not in there. I thought that was Kate
You
Bishop
were all
before.
sent?
Because she doesn't use a gun.
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow ops. Robbing government labs. Contract kills.
Yeah, she's using a bow and arrow.
Yeah,
Maybe it is
so-
Kate Bishop.
So, someone wants us gone. What the hell?
We're brought up with this
Elaine
belief
from Seinfeld and from Troll.
that there are good guys and there are bad guys.
What's the plan?
This could get messy.
But eventually, you come to realize that there are bad guys and there are worse guys.
Oh, yeah. You know, like in Defenders, right? Who are you guys? Right? They all got in the elevator. You know, Jess Jones and all them, Daredevil. I love that.
Worse guys and nothing else. Look at you. So adorable.
Thunderbolts. Okay, don't be worried. Don't be worried. You know? Just watch it.
It's bulletproof-ish!
Don't be worried.
Is that Bucky?
That's nothing to be worried about.
That's not good.
Looks very
But
good.
eventually,
You know, so it's like,
there are bad guys
you know,
and there are
we have Bucky. I don't know. Then maybe that is not Kate Bishop. She looks like her almost, but there's Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp. We have Red Guardian. You know, I know that eventually, I guess he's supposed to die. I don't know. Maybe they're gonna go a different route with this. He's in my Book of the Dead, a Marvel Universe. Red Guardian. He's like the Russian Captain America. Yelena Belova, right? The new Black Widow. We have the John Walker Captain America, right? Who's going to be a U.S. agent. We have Elaine from Seinfeld, also from Troll, who was a nymph on Troll. this looks quite good. So anyways, I'm looking forward to it, and please people, just I really wish no one's going to take heed to what I'm going to say. It's too late. The world is already corrupted, that they're just going to vent on YouTube and make fun of people, send them death threats, and it's all going to be seen around the world. Before, it was much more difficult to do something like that, or people were sending death threats and fan letter, but it's not like it's shared within the world, unlike now, where they can put it on YouTube as a comment and everyone can read it and chime in and agree, and they can all rally, and you can incite people to, you know, form like mobs of people to send more death threats and shut things down and get things canceled, as a new term is now, canceled. But there was a time when canceled is just for if you want to cancel your subscription to something, and now you can cancel people. No, it's not good. Don't be like that. Don't do that, you know, please. Don't stop things from being made before they are. Certain things I can understand if they're, you know, really apparent, but sometimes you just have to let these things play out, you know. And then when they're out, when they're done, and if it's really bad, or you can see that woke message but in a bad way, diversity is great, all of that. But if there's something where it seems like they're putting it on the forefront, I'll give you an example with the Black Panther. They should have recasted T'Challa. They should have casted Black Panther. You know, they've recasted it for less, which was with Rhodey, right? Terrence Howard being replaced by Don Cheadle, right? They recasted for less because Black Panther only got one film, but instead they used Chadwick, was it? What's his name? Used his death as a device, as a means of putting a female, as, you know, a female in the forefront to be the new Black Panther. And you look at her, she's thin and everything, and she just doesn't look believable. As a sidekick, she's a techie girl. She's someone who's a tech and uses guns and stuff, but not as a Black Panther. They should have recasted Black Panther, but instead that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, where that deserves something, you know, where you can kind of say something in a kind way, you know, no death threats, nothing like that, but then you can kind of voice your opinion about that. You know, you shouldn't do that, you know, that kind of thing. That's, so use your own judgment call is what I'm saying. Okay, but this one, there's nothing to be worried about from what I can see. Look at it, watch it yourselves. The fighting looks badass. This looks like it's gonna be you know, bringing things back to the camaraderie and when every member of the Avengers have gotten together, and you've seen you know, you have a little backstory on each of them, not like with Justice League, where they tried to throw everyone together after Superman really only getting one movie, and then they suddenly, it's like, who is this Wonder Woman, who is this, you know, Flash, you know, whereas with Marvel, you know, each of them got a movie first before throwing them all together in the blender. And this is kind of like that in a way, because, you know, we've established Bucky, we've established her already, him, we've established all these people. For the most part we established, except I'm not sure who this is. Okay, so that's it.